Apparently, George Kirby needs an extra day off. Emerson Hancock is playing today for the Mariners as the starting pitcher. Josh Rojas is going to lead off. J.P. Crawford is out for at least a month, which is unfortunate. Excuse me, and we're going to have Dylan Moore playing shortstop. I don't know how I feel about Demo playing shortstop, simply because we did call up a shortstop in so far as that the guy is apparently not on the roster yet. Oh, no, Rivas. We did call him up. He's a 26-year-old shortstop. He'll be making his Major League Baseball debut when he does finally get into a game. It's going to be Rojas, Julio, Cal Raleigh, Mitch Haniger, Jorge Polanco, Ty France, designated hitter Mitch Garver batting 7th, Luke Raley, and then Dylan Moore for us. Rojas is up to a 315 average, and Julio is up to a 276. Polanco and Garver and Raley are the only ones under the Mendoza line still for the Mariners right now who are playing. It's going to be Marte, Peterson, Gurriel, Walker, Suarez, Eugenio Suarez, Moreno, Corbin Carroll, Seattle native, Newman, and Smith playing for the Diamondbacks in their starting 9. I suspect that the Mariners will win today. Emerson Hancock is 2-2 with a 6.10 ERA. After he got absolutely destroyed in 2 starts. He's got 15 strikeouts. He is not a strikeout pitcher. He is mostly a ground ball pitcher, sometimes a fly ball pitcher. And then the Mariners are facing Zach Gallen of the Diamondbacks today. Zach Gallen is a guy who I actually like as a player. He's 42-32 with a 3.2 ERA in his career through 120 games, 694 in a third innings, with 761 strikeouts and a whip of 1.11, which is amazing for a career. And it's 1-3-0 this year with 32 strikeouts in 27 innings, 3-1, with 1 no decision in 5 games for a 3.0 ERA. It's absolutely amazing what this man has done. I enjoy I've watched him a few times throughout the time I've watched baseball. Just super awesome. J.P. Crawford's got an oblique strain, a grade 1 oblique strain, and from what I understand, that's going to require at least a month of recovery time, and then probably a week back in the minors, so he's probably out for at least 5 weeks. So we do have 2 people recalled from the minors on the roster with Jonathan Clase and Rivas, which I am surprised that Clase is not playing today. He could be used for pinch hitting and things of that nature, but it's not the end of the world that he's not playing. Ty France, Mitch Garver, Mitch Haniger, Dylan Moore, Jorge Polanco, and Luke Raley, and Luis Arias have seen this pitcher. None of the Diamondbacks players have ever seen Emerson Hancock, which makes sense considering, he's basically a rookie. I expect him to go back down to the minors after Brian Wu comes back, which Brian Wu did pitch 3 perfect innings the other day. Mariners are doing well, leading the division that nobody seems to want to win. Texas is doing bad. Texas is doing bad compared to what I expected of them. I expected Texas to have about 20 wins at this point. Nobody in the division has more than 13. We're half a game up on them in terms of the division lead. It's Mariners 13-12, Rangers 13-13, with us having the head-to-head record over them as well. And then the Angels are 10-15 for 400 winning record, 3 games behind, 3.5 games out of the wild card. Oakland's 10-16 for 385 winning percentage, the 3.5 games out of the lead, and 4 games out of the wild card. And then Houston, 7-19 for 269 winning percentage, 6.5 games out of the lead, and 7 games out of the wild card. The only team that really has to worry about things right now is the Chicago White Sox, who are 3-22, 15 games out of the division lead and 10.5 games out of the Marlins probably have to worry too. They're 6-20. The Colorado Rockies, Miami Marlins, Chicago White Sox, and Houston Astros are the only teams in the league that don't have 10 wins so far, which usually you can do pretty well to get 10 wins. You can actually play pretty poorly and get 10 wins. The Mariners played poorly the first week of the season, and they're the division leader now. We are 7-6 at home, 6-6 away. 500 greater than 5. What? Record against greater than 500 teams is 11-11. Our Pythagorean win-loss is 13-12, so we're actually exactly where we're supposed to be We scored 93 and given up 81. 7-3 over the last 10, and 1-1 is our streak.